Ladies and gentlemen, the year is 2025. The location, the White House. Oval Office and President Donald J. Trump has just premiered the latest Hollywood blockbuster, Kill the Poor, the Malema musical special, starring none other than Julius Cut the Throat of Whiteness, Malema. And poor still Ramaphosa thought he was just there for a handshake and a chicken salad. Instead, boom! Trump whips out a flat screen like he's about to host the Oscars, presses play, and shows Julius Malema singing about genocide like it's a gospel choir. Now, yes, the world's finally caught up with Malema, the same man who once quoted Karl Marx like he was dropping rap lyrics, and who thinks Stalin was misunderstood, is now being shown in the White House like a Marvel villain origin story. Imagine this. Ramaphosa, barely holding in his chakalaka, watches as Trump says, "This is your boy," singing "Kill the Boer." This is what land reform looks like. Somewhere in the background, Elon Musk is live tweeting with popcorn emojis. But it didn't end there. Oh no. Trump didn't just stop at the video. He dropped sanctions, scrapped US aid, HIV funding, and gave white Afrikaners refugee status. Yep, you have heard it before. Boer Lives Matter has officially become US foreign policy. Meanwhile, Julius from the comfort of Twitter rants. A bunch of old men gossiping about me in Washington. How pathetic. Bro, when the world's two richest white guys, Trump and Musk, have you on speed dial for enemy of democracy, maybe, just maybe, the problem is you. Now enters Elon Musk. He reposts an old clip of Malema saying he'll cut the throat of whiteness. And what does Malema do? He tells Elon to go directly to hell, which, if we're honest, is already the current state of ESCO. Then Malema continues, "You think all black people look the same? Typical racist." Elon replies with, "The silence of a man who just rerouted Starlink over Ukraine." EFF then declares Musk an imperialist, a global maniac, and an enemy of South Africa. Relax, guys. This isn't Red Dead Redemption 3. It's real life. Now, if you thought America was done with Julius, the UK pulled a fast one too. Malema was invited to Cambridge University. Imagine, the birthplace of intellectualism. And then hours before his flight, the UK Border Force says, "Visa denied." Malema calls it cowardice and compares himself to Elias Mutsoaledi. My guy Mutsoaledi fought apartheid. You sing karaoke genocide at stadiums and think land expropriation is an economic strategy. Now, the Stalin fan club is about to get cancelled. Here's the real deal. For years, Julius Malema has played a clever game. Stir racial tensions, sing struggle songs, pretend it's all just revolutionary culture. He's essentially South Africa's budget version of Fidel Castro, with worse fashion sense, but suddenly the world says, that's not political rhetoric, that's hate speech. The left used to worship Julius. Now, even Joe Biden probably thinks he's a threat to democracy. And trust me, if you get cancelled by Elon Musk and the UK and Donald Trump in the same month, sanctions aren't coming, they are already here. Now, let's talk about the real beef. Land expropriation without compensation, otherwise known as EWC. This is Malema's holy grail. Julius calls it non-negotiable. The West calls it Venezuela, but with price. The EFF claims we will never compromise our political principles for political expediency. Translation: we would rather collapse the economy than admit Karl Marx was wrong. You know who else said that? Stalin. And he ended up turning Ukraine into a grain-free war zone. Malema wanted to be an international icon. He dreamed of headlining the UN conferences, wearing a beret next to Che Guevara's statue, being president. Instead, he's now on Trump's TV, Musk's blacklist, and the UK's no-fly list. EFF says Elon Musk captured the US presidency. No, Julius, the only thing Elon's captured is the world's patience for your circus. So here's your international update. Julius Malema has been banned. Starlink NSA is going to be blocked, but things might change, especially with BE being exempt for Elon Musk. Trump exposed Malema. Musk is probably laughing. AfriForum probably saying, we told you. And Malema, he's still singing Kill the Boer, except now it's a cappella because the world just pulled the mic. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to admit, I'm not one to call what has been happening a genocide, but we can't lie. Farm murders exist, and it's high time we deal with them the same way rape exists, the same way cash in transit exists, the same way cattle stock theft exists, the same way many other injustices exist in our country. It's high time that we realize that South Africa is not just made of white and black people. We are made of Indians, coloreds, blacks, whites. Let's not let anyone feel left out of South Africa, because South Africa belongs to me and you. When I look at you in the eye, I see a South African. I don't see a black South African. I see a South African. When I see an Afrikaner, I don't see a white South African. I see a South African. So the bottom line is, let us not allow for this divisive politics that Julius plays, as well as other organizations, to try and segregate us and blind us from the truth, which is together we are stronger. That is the image that the Springboks have been trying to build. And I think I will agree there that together we are stronger. Let us not allow for these hate baiters and these race pickers and all these nasty, nasty, nasty pro, you know, pro East world culture, communist, anti-Zionist, anti-Judeo-Christian world people to get a hold of South Africa. Let us stick true to our values. Let us stick true to family. Let us stick true to faith. Let us stick true to culture. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been 10 Minutes with Kuhle, where we don't just spill the tea, we throw the whole pot on the fire. Don't forget to like, comment, and tag your comrade who still thinks Marx was a vibe. Until next time, stay free, stay sharp, and stay away from Stalinist revolutionaries with Twitter fingers that tweet using mall hotspot Wi-Fi because they can't afford to get their own Wi-Fi. Help